Got wheels like this? Let's turn them into carbon fiber. Hey guys, Bryan here from Liquid Concepts. So today we're going to talk a little bit about wheels and carbon fiber. Of course, if you've ever priced out a set of carbon fiber wheels, you know that they are extremely expensive. You're talking at least $5,000 to $10,000 or even more for a whole set of them, and that can actually be on the cheap side. So today we're going to talk a little bit about how to turn your wheels into carbon fiber, and let's get started. So let's talk a little bit about the prep work that's involved. Now, of course, as you can clearly see, we've already got this prepped out, ready to go, but what all did we do to the wheel? So of course, the first thing is that we went ahead and we blasted the whole wheel face, and of course, not the inner wheel. Of course, the inner wheel has a taped border all the way around the backside of it, and we also have the paper in there to help prevent anything from getting onto the backside of that wheel. Now, after that, once it's done, then we'll come back in, we'll apply our primer and our base coat that it's compatible with the Hydrographics, so that way everything's going to stick correctly. Now, once we have that, then we are to this stage right now, which is where we're going to go ahead, get our film laid out on the table, figure out how much we're going to need, talk a little bit about what all we're going to be doing and what to look for on a wheel like this, and then of course, go ahead and get this thing dipped. So stay tuned. So we've got our film laid out here, and so of course what we're going to be doing is we're figuring out how much material that we're going to need. So I do not want to put the wheel on the film because it may mess it up, it may get it dirty, anything like that. So we want to make sure that we don't have that. So we've got the wheel sitting over here on the table, and as you can see, I've got at least a few inches or more right here on this side, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side just to make sure that I have plenty of room for the actual dip and the wheel itself. So we'll go ahead and mark this, and then we'll come back around and lay our tape all the way down. So we've got a line that's going to be about right in here, and that's going to give us a area of here to here, which is going to be way more than enough for this wheel itself. And of course, we're just going to use this whole entire piece right here because we're going to be going down into the water at an angle, and so we want that extra room that we're going to be getting out of this 1 meter wide film. So we're going to go ahead, we'll lay down our tape, get our tape border, get this cut, and of course we'll get it in the water. But before then, we'll talk a little bit about the wheel, what all we need to look for whenever we're dipping the wheel, and things like that to make sure that you get a good outcome. So let's talk a little bit about the wheel itself. As you can see, the wheel does have a little bit of a lip in it. Now again, this is not very big, but some wheels do have a lot larger lip. So whenever they have a lot larger lip, then you can of course expect to see that the dip is going to stretch all the way down in there, and sometimes it may not look exactly perfect. Now, I do believe that with a lip like this right here, we should still get really good results out of this, so I'm pretty confident that everything's going to come out really well. One thing to remember as well is that it depends on which way that you dip the rim in. So you can dip the rim like this right here, or you can dip the rim in just like this. Now, of course, it's going to be at that angle going downward and inward into the film. Now, a couple of things to look at on this is that if you was to go down like this right here, then you're going to trap air possibly right here. So on a smaller spoke wheel like this right here, the one thing that we're going to notice is that this spoke comes all the way out to that outer edge. So what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be dipping this wheel with this spoke at the very top. So that makes it to where we trap the least amount of air possible. And of course, with a carbon fiber film, we want to try to have as minimal touch-ups as possible. So with a wheel like this, we're going to take this and try to make sure that our spoke itself is at the very top of the dip. So whenever we're going down, it's going to look something like this right here. Now, of course, I'm sure you probably already know this if you're at this stage right now, but some of these wheels are very heavy. So you may need to have a second person to help you with loading the wheel into the water, or even picking it up to have it ready to go for painting, priming, or anything like that. So definitely make sure that you have a good hold on this, so that way whenever you're dipping, you're not just going down like this and you're jerking, or of course, if you're going down, you don't want to go all the way down and possibly drop the wheel into the tank, because that's not going to be a very good day for you. So definitely make sure that you are able to hold that wheel going out and down all the way into the film in a nice, smooth, fluid motion. Now, let's get the film that we've already cut, lay it down in the water, and show you guys what everything is going to look like after it's been dipped. So let's get started. So of course, we're going to lay this down corner to corner, just like this, just to make sure that we get everything laid out really nice and smooth. And then of course, we'll start our timer and we'll have everything ready to go. And of course, if there is any bubbles, we can get them out very easily, just like this right here. So we'll pull our dividers in, and now we'll get ready for the dip. Everything came out looking really good. We've got coverage all the way around in these areas, and we did even still get coverage all the way down inside these little pockets. And so I would definitely call that a very good dip and a very successful dip. So we'll go ahead, we'll get this thing rinsed off, get it clear coated, touched up, anything that needs it, and cleared, and then show you guys the end result, so stay tuned. All right, so as you can see, these wheels came out looking amazing. We got all of these clear coated. Of course, we've came back in, we've done any minor touch-ups that might have been necessary on any of the spots on the wheels. Thankfully, these wheels actually were really good to dip, and we did not have a lot of touch-ups, so they came out looking really great. Customers definitely going to love them. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below. We'd love to hear from you on anything hydrographics related, as well as if you would have done anything differently with these wheels, or if you've got another trick or tip, definitely let us know in the comments section below. Also, if you're wondering about any of the products that we've used in this video, definitely check the links in the description. They're gonna have everything that you need, as well as links to the website where you can purchase anything that you need for the hydrographics itself. I'm Bryan from Liquid Concepts, and this is how we customize your world. We'll see you guys next time.